I haven't posted a video for a while. I'm not sure exactly why. But anyway, for those of you who haven't seen this before, that's my dog Katie. She's paralyzed in the back legs. She gets around just fine. I kind of inherited her. I've had her by myself for 5 years now. She's 10 years old. She's been paralyzed for 8 years. She's got a disease of the spine. But that's not what this YouTube channel is about. This YouTube channel is about trying to have people understand that there absolutely is life after death, that we have a soul that we live on, that there's nothing to be afraid of about death. And I've never had a near-death experience, but I've had enough experience with things that are otherworldly, messages from people that have passed. I've had people actually deliver messages to me to give to other people. I'm nothing extraordinary. I'm just everyday people just like you, and I'm not sure why this happens to me, but it does. And I've had it happen so many times in so many different ways that I know in my soul, in my heart, that there is absolutely life after death. And there's nothing to be feared about it at all. So my goal is to have people give me their experiences so I can put it on YouTube and they can listen to everybody else's experiences, because if you hear an overwhelming number of everyday people give you their experiences, I think it helps you come to the conclusion that, hey, they can't all be wrong. I mean, it's just everybody's got different experiences, and it just goes to prove that there's got to be something behind it. It's not just people making things up. So, all right. So I wanted to tell you about something that happened with my brother that I found dead. I did a YouTube thing about him already, about the hearts. But in 2018, December of 2018, I found my brother dead. It was a very traumatic experience, and I won't go into that at this point. But the interesting thing is, 2 years later, to the very day that I found him dead, I got up in the morning, walked into my kitchen area, and on the floor, out of the realm of where it should have been, I mean by about 2 feet, was an envelope that I had. It was a big white envelope with my brother's papers in it, his wallet, his death certificates, things like that, that had been moved from the side of a cabinet about 2 feet, sitting on the floor. And on the envelope it was written, "Important John." I was shocked. I didn't have a clue what had happened. I was flabbergasted. Actually, I was a little afraid, because I thought, wait a minute, is somebody coming in here and moving this? And John, don't scare me like this. And that's one thing that I should mention, that I do always say to, in my head, I say, please don't do anything to scare me. If you want me to do something, that's fine, but don't scare me. And so far I've not had anything that was frightening at all happen to me. But back to the story. So I finally figured out, because of the teeth marks and the tears, that the foster dog that I have, and she had been here already for a couple of months, so for some reason that's how it got out into the middle of the floor. The dog went over, picked out that envelope, pulled it out, and didn't chew it up. I could see that there was some drool on it, and maybe a little corner was chewed or something where she pulled it, but she pulled it out in the middle of the floor. And I can't believe that that was anything but my brother egging that dog on to go over there and pull that envelope out, just to give me a sign that, yeah, I'm here. The dog had not touched it prior to that, and it's right back where it was now, alongside of that cabinet. I don't know why I should throw it out, but I they haven't wanted to throw it out yet. So in my mind, that was my brother saying, "Hey, I'm here. I'm good. I'm happy. Everything is fine." And so the dog has never touched it since. So that's one of my stories. And things like that happen to me every once in a while. So I've got one more story of a friend of mine who had a near-death experience in the hospital. Had a traumatic brain injury, and was in a coma for many, many days, actually. Had to have a hole drilled in his brain to release the pressure. So it's a very, very obviously serious situation. Weeks, actually months later, he related a story to me, and he still has not come back fully to his faculties. But he did relate a story to me. He said that he was in a tunnel. He said the edges were dark, and all of a sudden, one of his old college friends stuck his head out from the side of the tunnel. That was my laundry. Stuck his head out from the side of the tunnel and said to him, "Hey, friend, should we do a bowl?" Which meant to him, my friend, that he goes, "Oh my gosh, that is a friend who died many years ago, and here he is, and he's invited me to do a bowl," which back in the college days that was marijuana. They used to do, I guess, a lot of that in college. So he said he immediately knew that if he said yes, that he would be going with his friend who was dead, and he would be dead too. So, and he didn't want to go that way. So what he did was he immediately was frightened, and as soon as he was frightened, he was back into his body. So, that was another experience that somebody has related to me. Again, just shows you that things happen that are unexplainable. So I would really love to have more stories to tell. So if you could email me at isheavenreal@AOL.com. I'll put it in the thing. Or you can just respond below in the comments, and I will try to contact you. Okay. This is Sue signing out. Have a great day. Bye.